Yeah, then
let's do it.
Yeah, right. Okay. Anyways, so do you have something for me?
I do. So switching gears a little bit, I have some research that was done by Northwestern University. They published an article in Psychology of Women Quarterly where they talked about fat talk. Do you know what that might be?
Fat talk.
Fat talk.
Lenguaje de gordos?
No, it means fat talk refers to when women talk about their weight and when they talk to their friends or their girlfriends and they're like, ugh, I'm so fat, or I don't fit in these jeans.
Yeah, that gets on my nerves a little bit when the girls are actually not fat at all.
Exactly, right?
Uh-huh.
So the study took a sample of 183 college women, and they found that 93% of them actually engage in fat talk, and that most women, not just in college, but that most women overall do this commonly, and that 1/3 of them do it very often of that pile that they surveyed. And women were saying that the reason why they did it was because it made them feel better about themselves. That if they talked to their friends about, oh, I feel so fat, that they were looking for that reassurance from a friend to be like, no, you're not fat at all. But looking a little further into the research, in fact, that's not the case. Most women who do engage in this fat talk,
I can guess why is it, and then you can correct me if I'm wrong or not. But I think that they use that as an excuse of, this is not the real me. You know, I just gained some weight. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like if I was a little thinner, I'll be better. Mm-hmm. So they keep pointing this thing out. Now, am I correct?
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. But the study didn't touch on that.
Thank you, Lily. You're so nice. That's a really good point, but
you're wrong. No, well, the study was saying that they say that it makes them feel better because they have like an extra reassurance, but in fact, regardless of whether the woman is skinny or not, because even thin women will still engage in this and say like they feel bloated or that they aren't comfortable with their image or they want to do more exercise or eat less, that the women who do have this constant talk with their friends actually tend to have a lower self-body image and don't really believe when their friends tell them, oh, you look thin. They actually don't believe it, and the more they feed into it and the more they talk about it, like the lower their self-esteem and self-image tends to be.
Yeah, and the lower the self-esteem, the uglier you look. Yeah. And I haven't seen any studies on that. There's probably some of them out there, but there's confidence just makes you look that much better, man.
Absolutely, for both men and women.
Wait, is that me right here?
I think it's me.
Yeah. So confidence makes you look that much better. Yeah. You know what I mean? And there's nothing like, there's a lot of times when I looked at a woman and I'm like, she's not really attractive, but there's something about her that I like. Mm-hmm. And that's something about her. It's her confidence most of the time. Mm-hmm. The fact that she's confident about, she's just confident about herself. Yeah. You know what I mean? This is the thing. We all have defects, man. There's always somebody who's better looking than somebody else. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's always what I say. So, unfortunately, it's always somebody looking better looking than me. No, it's the jokes aside. Like, there's always somebody looking that looks better than somebody else. So, I think that at the end, what's going to count in people's eyes is how you carry yourself. You know what I mean? And how confident you are, and how smart, educated, how much you engage in you're able to engage in conversations and all of those things.
Be relatable.
You know what I mean? At the end, we all get fucking old and wrinkled.
Exactly. And the thing is, at least I actually don't really engage in that too much because I feel like if you say those things, you're projecting it. So if you had never really said it, no one would have really noticed it. Like, I don't feel like I need to, project my insecurities onto someone else.
I never seen you change your weight at all. Like,
yeah, I'm pretty constant. Like, my weight is pretty constant. But I don't, like, how the article was saying, like, you don't need to be fat to feel subconscious about your body image, right? Yes. But I feel like I have friends that are close to me, and they're constantly talking about their weight, and they're constantly saying, like, oh, I feel big, I feel fat. And if it wasn't because they said it so much, now I notice it. Like, before I would have been like, oh, whatever, like how you said, you're confident, you carry yourself well. Your focus could be more like your intellect or your personality, your charisma. But the fact that they're constantly talking about it, I'm like,
it's annoying.
Kind of fat. Actually,
yeah, exactly.
Wait a minute, you are fat.
Exactly. And that makes me believe, like, maybe they haven't noticed that much. You know what I mean? Or they haven't really thought about it too much. And you might say it, you're like, oh yeah, you're right. Now that you bring it up, you're huge. Yeah. You're like a whale.
Yeah, so I feel like, even if you feel a way about those things, there's things you could do. You could work. Weight is something that it may be difficult for a lot of people, but it's something that you can work on.
You can improve.
You can improve.
my best advice to lose weight is to find something an activity that you enjoy. You gotta be realistic about what you're able to do and what you're not able to do. I hate the gym.
Yeah.
I can't go. I'm not the 1, 2, 3, 4 lift this and start running without going anywhere. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like that makes no sense for me for some reason. So I play soccer, I play handball, and I like dancing salsa.
Yeah.
And that's how
my best advice is don't eat so much. Right? Yeah. Like just moderate. Like, and you can give up some things like soda or candy or alcohol, and it will make a huge difference.
Yes.
Like and little things like that will make a huge
and condition yourself to eat some things. Look, I don't sacrifice the things I love. I still eat pig. I eat chicken, carne, todo. Pero lo que he aprendido a hacer es reemplazar ciertas cosas que me ayudan a bajar de peso. One of them being replacing regular rice for brown rice. So I condition myself to eat wild rice. I also eat vegetables. Now I hate vegetables. I don't like vegetables. But what I do is every time that I cook, because I cook for like 3 or 4 days, so about like every 2 weeks, I buy a bag of mixed vegetables. And right before I'm gonna eat whatever I cook for myself, I grab 2 handfuls of vegetables and I almost swallow them. You know what I mean? But at least, I'm taking care of my greens right there. Yeah. And in the morning, I do myself a smoothie so every 2 weeks, I buy different types of fruit. So I'm making sure that I'm eating. Somebody once advised to me was that I'm supposed to eat all the colors in the rainbow when it came to fruits and vegetables. Yeah. So, I do that and and that's it. And you know what? Own it. If you're a little overweight, own it. Still have fun. Doesn't matter, you know what I mean? If you want to work on it, then work on it. But, you can also own it and be happy about it. There's a lot of parties for overweight people. By the way, I think that's the worst business ever.
Yeah?
Yeah,
why
because
do you say that?
We have the people that you usually feed, you feed on a big, but that's kind of mean though. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna go to the music right now with Mr. Burns and we'll come back with more news. Bye.